All right, let me watch this on YouTube. All right. Give me 1 second, brother.
All right.
Give me 1 second, brother. All right. I'll mute this. All right, and we are live. Welcome, brothers, to another show. We have on the show today my brother from Ghana, Daniel Pappoe. What's going on with you,
Yes,
brother?
I'm doing great. Everything is okay.
That's good. That's great to hear, man. So, what is it like living in Ghana? Let's start off with that first.
Oh, living in Ghana is something that I really cherish a lot because even though I don't have all the things that life can give me, I have the freedom and the happiness to move around without anybody just looking at my skin color and just harassing me or racially profiling me.
Right. So the government in Ghana is pretty relaxed, like with the law enforcement over there.
The police is actually the friend of civilians. What happens is that, like, for instance, when my friends come around and we are traveling, we are going to do tours. This is what happens. You are being pulled over by a police officer. Then they tell you that they like to see your license and registration. Aside that, they'll ask you, do you have a fire extinguisher? Do you have a first aid kit? And if you have all those things, they just tell you to move along. And most of my friends were saying, "Is that it?" I said, "Yes, that is it." Even some of them even take pictures and videos to the police officers. Yes. So it's a different situation, a different ball game altogether when you come around to Ghana in terms of police and law enforcement.
Okay. And are you keeping like do you guys keep up with the American news on like all the problems that African Americans are having with the police over here?
No, not really. No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
But one thing that I'll say is that there are some times that we have police issues, like maybe petty theft, armed robbery. You have offended, you don't have a driver's license, and you have to process you to court. All those things happens. But in terms of this killing and stuff like that, no, it is something that does not happen. It is very rare.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And brother, how long have you been in the tourist industry?
I have been doing these tours pro bono for 5 years. And as a business, I have done it for 2 years. I'm doing it for 2 years.
Okay.
So it's now going to the 8th year.
All right. Okay. Cool, man. That's very cool. And like, give me like a basic tour. What would we do when I get from the airport? What's like the first thing we would do?
All right. So for instance, if you travel from the US and you come, depending on your flight, for the first day when you land at the airport, because you are tired, you don't do any tour. So I just have to come and pick you up to where you are residing, whether it be Airbnb, whether it be an apartment or a hotel. Then from there, I pick you there. I go through with itinerary. Then I'll let you rest that particular day. Then I tell you that the following day we have to start a tour. And most especially, for instance, we have to tour maybe a place like Cape Coast or Kumasi, because it's a Cape Coast from Accra is a 3-hour drive, excluding traffic. So we have to leave very early, around maybe 5 o'clock or 6 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
Yes. So a normal tour day, basically, this is how I start my day with everyone that I have to do a tour with. Yes.
Okay, okay. And you say now, how long do you know how long the flight is from America to Ghana? Is it like 10 hours long, 12 hours long? Coming from
It
a
depends. It mostly depends on the state in which the person is flying from.
okay, okay.
Yes, yes. Some of them have to do transit. Some of them is a direct flight from the US coming straight to Ghana.
Hmm.
So it depends on the kind of flight that you are on and where you are flying from.
Okay, okay. And you are in Accra, Ghana, correct?
Yes, please. I'm in Accra, and Accra happens to be the capital city or town of Ghana. And also, the Ga tribe is found in Accra. So basically, Accra is my hometown.
Okay. Great, great, great. And Accra is pretty much like a major city. You got a few million in the city.
Yes, Accra is mostly like uh, New York City or the busiest city as compared to the other region because this is where we have all the departmental headquarters in Ghana.
Okay, okay. Now is Accra is it a coastal town? Do you have a beach out there or
Please come again.
do you have a beach in Accra?
Yes, we have beach in Accra.
Oh,
In
that's
terms of,
beautiful, man.
let's say, Labadi Beach, Laboma Beach. But if you really want to experience very nice beach in Ghana, you
Hmm.
have to go to the central region and the western region. They have very nice, clean, beautiful beach in
Oh man,
Ghana.
I'm there. I love the beach, brother. I love that beach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. That's excellent right there. That's excellent. So, fellas, do me a favor, man. Hit that like button when you come on. My brother's here from Ghana giving us some information. Out here, man, he has a tour company called Coming to Ghana Movement Tours on Instagram. If you need any info, DM my brother because he's going to take care of you because you're one of the Black Men Travelers. So, brother, we appreciate you coming on this show right now, man. Give us some information. Let me ask you this real quick, man. Like, what would be the average cost of, I guess, to say a nice hotel over there in Ghana?
Uh, a nice hotel will be maybe a four-star hotel or a five-star hotel.
Hmm.
And depending on the location, it might be maybe $100 to $150 per night, depending on the location and the type of hotel that you book.
Okay.
Yes. So
Ex-
let's take, for instance, five-star hotels like Kempinski Hotel, they will cost a lot. But
mhm.
one like maybe African Regent Hotel, like maybe uh, yes, African Regent Hotel, like MCU Hotel, it will be a little bit around 100, but Kempinski can be about maybe $150, $200 per night.
Okay, excellent. And do you guys have Uber out there to get around?
Yes, yes, we have Uber, we have Taxify, we have Yango, we have Trotro. That is our local form of transportation. Most of the time, when my African American friends come around, I almost tell them that since you have come to Ghana, you need to experience all the different cultures that we have. With my tour, most of the time, my tour, I be riding air-conditioned car, but sometimes you also like everybody to also experience how we, the local people, also move around in terms of transportation. So sometimes I go with them on maybe trotro, taxi, for them to experience the different forms of transportation that we have in Ghana.
Okay, okay. And what's the nightlife out there in Ghana, man? Like, if I want to go to a bar or a club, you're gonna take me out there too, right?
Oh boy. As for nightlife, it's something that is very interesting. For instance, when you go to plus 233, they have live bands. Most especially, I like going on Fridays with my friends who come around.
Hmm.
Is something that will blow your mind. Most especially when you go to Osuari or Oxford Street, that is considered to be a very vibrant city in Accra. We have a lot of bars around. You can
Okay.
have Lumba, and also when you come around, you can also have Skyby. Depending on your taste and what you are looking for, everything that you want or need, you surely get it in Accra or in Ghana.
Okay, okay. And what the ladies looking like out there in Ghana, man? They, they in shade, they a little, how they looking out there, brother? This is a black men's group, so we want to know, how the ladies looking out there, man. Are they cooperating?
There's a saying that blacks or black don't crack, right?
Right.
If you're looking for the real deal, I'm telling you, come to Africa, come to Ghana, and you see how nice, beautiful, intelligent, and everything welcoming our ladies are. Most especially during beach days, oh boy, you'll be blown away.
Okay, excellent, man. That's what I like to hear. Now, let me ask you this: so, if I'm coming to Ghana for, let's just say, because if I'm going like overseas, if it's like a long flight, I'm gonna try to be over there at least 10 days, right?
Yeah.
What would be a good average brother? What would be a good budget on average for for a brother out there daily?
All right. Most of the times it depends on the taste of the brother or the sister who is coming around. Yes. For instance, if you are coming to do a lot of shopping, that means that you have to have a lot of money to be able to buy so many things to go away. If you also want to do many tours, as we have 16 regions, it also depends. So most of the time, it depends on what each and everyone want to see and experience will also determine the budget of money that you also have to have. And most especially, I will also say that, when you change the dollars, it equates to many more cities that we have in Ghana. So at least maybe 1,500, 2,000 will be okay. 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 will be okay. But depending on each person's taste or what each person want to experience and what each person want to buy, eat, and dress.
Okay. Excellent, man. That's good information. Definitely good information. And as far as the, I know we spoke about this earlier before we went live, but as far as the COVID-19, you guys in Ghana haven't had any like major outbreaks out there, right?
No. In Accra only Accra is the region that has the highest number of cases. And yes, in terms of death, no, we are not even up to 50. Just that day in and day out, we keep on having new cases. But I think that everything, we are all taking the safety precautions and everything is under control. So it is not, the numbers are not too huge as compared to what we hear and see in other countries. Everything is okay. We are adhering to all the safety precautions, the rules and regulations. We are doing our social distancing, and also all the laid down rules and regulations given out by the president and the government. We are all adhering to it. So everything is okay. It's under control.
Okay, excellent. And let me ask you this: is there a large expat like community of African Americans in Accra, Ghana?
Yes.
Okay.
There are a lot of there are a lot of African Americans living here. Some of them have even lived here for 20, 25 years now. And I know some of them personally, and I've also interacted with them, and some of them have married our women, and they have businesses in terms of restaurants and stuff.
Okay, let's talk about that. Is it best to start your own business out there if you're African American, or are there like jobs where they hire African Americans out there?
So what I would say is that, our brothers and sisters in the diaspora have a lot of skill sets and expertise. And it is good that we start now investing in Africa, as Akon was saying. Because yes, there's a lot of investment opportunities here in which I'll encourage every African American to be able to tap it, in terms of maybe buying land, building, and using it as Airbnb, and also maybe doing farming businesses is very, very booming here. Currently, as you speak now, buying of legitimate freehold land, using it as Airbnb, building and using our Airbnb is something that is very thriving in Accra and is thriving in Ghana. So I encourage each and every one of my brothers and sisters to come around. Yes, there are a lot of investment opportunities here in which we can all tap into.
Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. And what is like the I know it depends on your taste and where you. I know you got different neighborhoods there, but what's like the price of living? Roughly in Ghana. Say I was in a 1-bedroom in like a nice area in Accra. How much would that run me?
So renting a room and the price depends on the location or the suburb in which you are trying to live in.
Okay.
But yes, for instance, if you want to live in East Legon or Cantonment, it's very pricey. But if you want to live a little bit outskirts of the main activity in Accra, is not very costly as compared to living in maybe Cantonment, living in East Legon, living in Ajingano, living in Westland. Those places are very much expensive, but not too expensive, but expensive in terms of we Ghanaians living here. And also it depends on each and everyone's taste.
Okay.
If you want to really enjoy the rural areas, the communities and everything, then you have to move a little bit from the vibrant city and come towards the coastal line or maybe rural areas. But if you want to be in the city, then it's very, very expensive to live there.
Okay. When you say expensive, are you talking about maybe $500-600 US or a little bit more than that?
I'm talking about in terms of Ghanaian cities, but you know that in terms of the dollar, when you change the dollar, you get more Ghanaian cities, so you can be able to cope and you can be able to live here. But it depends on each person where each person wants to stay and live.
Excellent. Okay, excellent. Now let me ask you this: what's the general like? How are your African American friends? How are they liking Ghana? Do they like Ghana, or do they want to move back to America? Do they get homesick?
All right. So anytime that I go to the airport to pick my African American brothers and sisters, what they tell me is that they feel that their spirit is home. Because when they look around, all they see is a black skin. They are able to count the other races as compared to you being the US, where the African American is the minority. But when they come here and they see the love and care and the happiness around, I have few friends that are supposed to be in Ghana to do tours, and because of the COVID-19, they're unable to come, and they are saying that they wish that they were in Ghana or they wish that they were in Africa. Because what happens here is that even though we are not as developed as the US and other developed countries, in terms of you having your peace of mind and you having the happiness to do the right thing that you want to do, you can do it. Because, for instance, with me, I can go in town, I can go to town, move around town, and come the following morning without being scared of being gunned down or without being scared of racially profiled. And that is the most nicest thing you have. Because the question is that if you have all this money that you have, you don't have the happiness to move around to do all you can do, then you'll not be happy.
That's very true. That's very true. I totally agree with that, man. So let me ask you this. In Ghana, I know you said the police are pretty relaxed. Is it easy for African Americans to, I guess establishing like a bank account and buying houses and stuff like that? Is that pretty easy to do, or do you have to go through some? Like, what I'm trying to ask is basically, in some countries you got to get a green card. You know what I'm saying? You got to try to become a citizen. They won't let you buy land. They won't let you buy a house. Is things a little bit more relaxed in Ghana for African Americans as far as trying to repatriate back to the Ghana?
So what I have to say is that if you want to buy land issue is something that is very serious in Africa or is very serious in Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to buy a land, you are supposed to make sure that you go to the right person. You make sure that the land belongs to the person. And also, land is not supposed to be bought in dry season.
Mm-hmm.
The reason being that if you buy a land in a dry season, you don't know that maybe that place is waterlogged. So the best time for everybody to buy land in Ghana is during the rainy season. Then you'll be able to judge and find out that where you're going to buy the land is not waterlogged. The second thing is that you have to do all your necessary checks at the land commission to find out that the person claiming that the land belongs to him is actually for him and it has not been sold for a different person altogether.
Mm-hmm.
We have real estate companies that sell already built houses and also sell lands. So if you are dealing with them, you are supposed to make sure that you are dealing with a company, but not an individual who claims to be is from the company. If you go through the right process and the right channels, you wouldn't have any issue of anybody duping you or taking your money away.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because even though Ghana is a peaceful country, we also have bad nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And we are all supposed to be aware and weed out the bad nuts for the country to have its good name. So we are supposed to get in touch with the right people and also do our necessary checks to find out that this land or this house that I want to buy really belongs to this particular person. And the papers and the documents surrounding the house and the land is the genuine papers. If you're able to do that, then you are good to go.
Okay. That's very good to hear. So you're basically saying that it's best to just go through a company than an individual out there when you're trying to look at the purchase land.
So what I'm saying is that it's good. All the two is good. But if an individual tells you that a land belongs to me, he or she is supposed to provide you with the papers. When you take the papers or the documents, you send it to the land commission. Then they will find out if the land actually belongs to the person who is selling the land. And also if the land has not been sold to two or more people. If that thing is established, then you can go ahead and purchase the land. It's the same thing with a company. Because if you don't do these checks and balances, you find out that the land is somebody's land in which they have gone to sell for you or sold for you. Or the land has been sold to two or more people, and that's going to bring a whole lot of issues.
Okay. Cool.
So if it's a company or an individual, make sure that you check from the land commission to make sure that the documents and all the papers on the land or the house is genuine and authentic before you proceed. You don't pay before you do that.
Okay. Excellent. And man, I gotta ask, man, in Ghana, how is the food out there, man? Because I've been, in my travels, some of the food in some of these countries is just so, how is the food out there? Is the food hitting, man? Is it good?
For the food, I'll tell you, we have different tribes, and each particular tribe have different kinds or type of food that we eat. And our food, let me put it on record, is a little bit spicy. That is the only thing. It's a little bit spicy because most of my African friends and brothers say that they are not able to eat spicy food. Aside that, our food is very delicious, nutritious, and every time that any of my African American friends come around to experience the food, they like it.
Okay.
Yes, our food and natural drinks are one in number, especially our jollof rice. You know that we fight the Nigerians with us having the best jollof rice? Yes.
Okay. That's excellent, man. I can't wait to come out there and taste some of that food, man, because I'm big on, I like to eat. Most definitely, man. Most definitely. So as far as, okay, I know we talked about, African Americans working out there. Would you say that it's pretty easy for African Americans to become citizens of Ghana, or is it more of a process?
It's more of a process.
Okay.
Yes, if you want to be a citizen, you have to live in the country for 5 or more years. But the 5 or more years, it means that you have to spend like most of your time, like maybe you come around, you spend a month, the next time you come around, you spend 2 months, the next time you spend 3 months, you go and come around. Then you can apply for citizenship. Or if you are married to a Ghanaian, it also helps you to also
That's why I wanted to ask. So if you marry a Ghanaian, you will become a citizen?
Yes, you become, but you have to apply for it first for them to go through all the necessary information and document that you provide. Then it will go through. When it goes through, then you become a citizen.
Okay. And let me ask you this, brother. Do the Ghanaian women, do they believe in cooking for their men out there?
One thing that I have to tell you is that when a lady is giving birth and the lady starts walking or start in terms of in the teenage, our grandmothers teach you how to cook, because we have a saying that the way to a man's heart is through the food that you give him. So as for food, our Ghanaian ladies are very, very good in cooking.
Excellent.
And if they cook for you, I'll tell you, you don't like to go back to the US. Oh, yes.
Oh, excellent. And while you guys are pretty much like a coastal country, do you eat a lot of seafood out there? Because I love seafood. Is it like a lot of seafood?
Yes, we eat a lot of seafood. We eat seafood a lot. We eat fish. We eat meat. We eat everything. We eat everything.
Excellent, man. Excellent. I can't wait. And what's the? Do you have different like seasons out there, or is it pretty much like hot the whole time in Ghana? You have like.
Yeah, so we have 2 main seasons called the rainy season and the dry season. As compared to you having 4 seasons in the US, we have 2 seasons. That is the dry season and the rainy season. The rainy season is when there's a lot of rains, and the dry season is when it's very dry. And most especially, you experience this kind of seasons when you go far north. That is where you experience, when it's a dry season, you experience much more. And also when it's a rainy season, you also experience it much more as compared to the south.
Oh, okay. That's excellent, man. That's excellent. Well, brother, you answered a lot of our questions, man. I appreciate you coming on the show. Is there anything you want to say in your closing statement as far as, promoting your business?
Yes. So what I would say is that I really appreciate you having me and talking with me. And I also empathize and sympathize with all my brothers and sisters who we are all going through these trying moments. And I hope that we all find solutions as quickly as much as possible. In terms of the coronavirus, let us all please adhere to all the safety precautions, and also we hope that with oneness we'll fight this virus and life will get much more better. Also, if you'd like to know more about visiting, staying, living, and touring Ghana, I have a Facebook group page called Coming to Ghana Movement on Facebook. You can request to join, or you can send a Facebook request to the name Daniel Adotey Pappoe, or you can also follow us on Instagram using the name Coming to Ghana Movement Post. Also, if you are looking for legitimate litigation freehold lands to buy and build and use it as real estate for Airbnb, you can also get in touch. If you also come into Ghana, you also want to do tours and experience all the culture and all that we have within the 16 regions, you can also reach out to me.
Excellent, brother. Like I said, we really appreciate you coming on the show, giving us this information. Brothers, this is what we're talking about. We got a brother out there in Ghana who's going to help us when we get there, help us see how to move, talk about investment properties, where to go. So, brothers, this is real good conversation, man. This is what this channel is all about, brother. Brother, I appreciate you coming on the show. You guys, you can Instagram him at Connor, or you can DM him on Instagram also at Coming to Ghana Movement Tours, and you can hit him up on Facebook. Brother, I'm going to get you on my website, Blackmen Travels, as well. We have like a little section where we have tourism at. So I'm going to get your information and put you on the website as well, okay?
Yes, please, brother. I really appreciate it. And take care and have a wonderful day.
Okay, brother. Peace out.
All right. Bye.